Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hook and Stitch and Island Style. I'm Antoinette, your hostess. I want to welcome all returning Fiber Family members, new Fiber Family members. If it's your first time here, you want to join, click the subscribe bell and all, and hopefully you'll get notified when I upload a video. And for those watching the replay, thank you and welcome. Okay, I just clipping my hair up and I got a piece of hair right here in my face. There we go. All right, and I have a co-host. Hi, sis.
Hi. Look what I got up on the wall.
Oh, you got your paint. That looks nice. That looks nice.
I like it there.
Looks nice. Oh,
I need to find you on my phone.
yeah, I've just got to check here. I don't know how many people will show up, you know, with having to change the time and stuff, but I'll stay till 10:30, and then they can go to Lisa's.
Oh, what the heck happened there?
And then they can go to Lisa's.
Good morning, Dragon.
Good morning in, Dragon Cat. How are you, dear? I have a lady that's messaging. I get yarn for her, but that's just it is what it is. So welcome everybody. The live was changed today because Barb has house guests and what have you. Welcome in, Zara. Welcome in, dear. So I moved live to today. I am I don't even know what the number attempt is at this tutorial for the final dishcloth. I totally frogged it. I recast on to the collage needles, so it's going to be a combination tutorial and a review of the collage square knitting needles. So I will be getting that tutorial done before I go back to work. Today and tomorrow are my last 2 days off before I go back to work. Welcome in, Perp. Before I go back on my 5 days. I also have to film one of my Knit Picks ambassador videos, 1 or 2, get them up on Facebook, Instagram. I'm also going to put them on the YouTube channel. I'm just kind of going to cross post with them. I'm also trying to set up the new RoboVac that's being very PIMA, pain in my, you fill in the blank.
Tush.
So I got to work on it. What I thought I'm going to do as we're sitting here talking, so you'll get a sneak peek, is I'm going to start bagging up some of the prize bags for the Podiversary on the 19th. I'm going to put up the final post today. We are going to do 2 2-hour split sessions. There will be 10. There's going to be even prizes for the both sessions, and then of course the replay prizes. Got a lot of nice prizes. There's some donations coming in, but yeah. So, and I want to thank all of you that have been watching the video, commenting, watching. Thank you very much. They won't update the watch hours until I think tomorrow, because I was over 2,800 at one time, and then it dropped back down. But
I'm getting commercials on like I have your playlist playing, and I got commercials.
They've shown. I don't get anything for that, but they do show.
I'll skip it then.
Commercials on it.
Yep.
Let me see here. I need YouTube Studio. Yeah. Here we go.
I'm doing a lot better, Zara. Thank you. I have my voice back. That's a big thing.
Here's what the current hours are. 2,770. So I need 230 hours.
I got you playing.
Oh, we're almost up to 1,400 subscribers. It's 1,377. So hopefully, we get there to the monetization, because since I'm hearing the live, people watching the replay will hear about it. But if I get monetized, I am going to have, I'm going to do a prize will be, if I get to that point, it's going to be $100 gift card for the yarn store of your choice. So I get to the monetization
Nice.
level. And that's going to be like an extra prize. That's just for reaching monetization. And then once I see it staying there for a while, we'll have a monetization party. Oh, thank you, Purple. Yeah, you know, I put it on my other channel. I throw it on in the craft room, and I go do what I got to do. Well,
Yeah, I
Zari,
have
you
it
know what?
playing.
Everybody has been so wonderful. I mean, it's been 5 years, have been so wonderful in helping me get to where I'm at today. And somebody asked me, "Well, what if you don't get monetized?" Okay, so I don't get monetized. I'm still gonna do what it is I do. It just changes that, you know, if you remember, I used to do a lot of giveaways and stuff like that. I can't do that anymore. It's just too much. That's why we're having the spinny wheelie thing, because there is going to be I have it's a Prim MIDI knitting machine that will be drawn on those that donate on the spinny wheelie thing. Plus, there'll be something else with it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, as a prize. And that spinny wheelie thing, all that is to help cover the shipping. I mean, when I start bagging up these prizes, I'm going to show you. But when it comes to the podiversary, you're just going to pick a number, and I'm going to pull that bag, and that's your prizes. So you'll see me putting prizes into bags. And I got some beautiful I've got more coming. Hopefully, it'll be here by the podiversary from Dawn Aaron at Dawn Aaron's Loving Hand Creations.
Oh, yeah, she did a nice job on that.
Oh, she nailed that. The one she's doing now, I'm getting in a bamboo cotton blend.
Nice.
That's merino. I'm getting bamboo cotton blend, and it's going to be Island Sunrise. It's called Fundy Sunrise. That's Island Sunset. And what the prize? Here's the prize because it's still in the box. Even has the invoice in there. But there it is right there, the Prim MIDI knitting machine.
Nice.
So that that is going to be well, Parp, I don't mind doing that. I do that too. I do pattern prizes, but I mean, I'm just going to give you now. This isn't counting. There are a couple of Mary Maxim Afghan kits. Yes, I started them, but I can't do them. I've got too many. I've got this one. Now, this is knitting. This is called the Generations Throw. This is going in, and then the other one was the cats playing. So I'm going to do the cats meow one.
Oh, that's the single cat.
Yeah.
Two-tone.
This is the blanket. It's a knitting pattern. It's charts. But this is the blanket.
What color did you get?
I just ripped it out. Actually, there's my knitting needles. I got to take them out.
Yes. You'll be
I'm probably going to put a pair of knitting needles in here for the blanket. But this is going to go. Now, some of this stuff will be U.S. and Canada only. Other stuff will be worldwide. I have to because of the shipping. Okay?
What color
that's going to be in it? There's going to be 2 Afghan kits, 1 crochet, 1 knit. The crochet one is, if you remember, it shows the cats in the black in the different playing. That one's going into also. So there'll be 2 Afghan kits. Now, this is just some of the little stuff that's in here that I've got to put into the bags. I'm going to show you what I've got to put into prize bags. Oh my God, this thing weighs a ton. Ugh.
You're pretty strong if that's a ton.
Okay, so there are all kind of bags. Okay, there are knitting needles. There are crochet hooks. There's yarn. Here's the. Now you saw the hand dyed yarn from Dawn, but I also have hand-dyed yarn from Mama G.
That's pretty.
Yep. And there's a stitch marker in there she made. There's a stitch marker on Dawn's too. So this is also, plus there was some well, actually it's not that heavy. I'm going to try and see. I'm going to use some of the addresses that I have in my address book on my shipping app, and see approximately what it would be if I can make it international or just, Canada. And
yeah, size also matters.
I can squish. I'll squish all the air out. But
one of those vacuum seal bags.
I have them. I have them. So, I mean, scissors, knitting needles, crochet hooks, notions bags, yarn. I've got in here, there are, and again, the prize bags are going to be, there's the earrings that were donated. Will be going into prize bags. Keychains, shaw pin holders. You guys remember all the shaw pins that I got. Barber cords, vintage pins. I mean,
is that a cameo?
Yep, got some vintage cameo. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. So I've got to work on this in my days off in the evening and stuff. Like when I'm working, I'll come home, maybe throw a couple bags together. Like I said, there's gonna be between 15 and 20 prize bags. No, and that's not counting the 2 Afghan kits that are going in. And then later on this month, I put it into the community tab. I'm going to be doing I was trying to get an idea. I'm going to do an auction. My finished objects have accumulated. So I'm going to do, and all that money is going to go into the channel for shipping. So I'm talking, I've got blankets I've made. Zara, I try to make it right. Zara, I have the final part of your Advent down here, with the exception of the 12 days. I'm doing something different for that. That is going to be shipped out. Hopefully I can get this shipped out next Monday. I've just got to put everything, bag and tag, and put it in the box for you and Christina. And that's the rest of my 12 months. I just got the 12 days of Christmas. I'm sending something different. It's coming by itself. So yeah. So, but I'm going to have an auction, and included in that auction is going to be like Falcor. Blankets, the pillow I made, Lisa Ladybird, that I made, the crochet with the cables. I have and I'm going to make it into like a pack Christmas decor. I did some Christmas ornaments. I did a poinsettia Christmas tree, a secret yarneries pattern, stuff like that. I have all kind of stuff. It's just going to be a small auction, but I think I have a couple tops I made. I said I need to make room. I have boxes coming. There's going to be minimum of 10 mystery boxes with the yarn in, because I know where the minimum is. Now, mind you, shipping will be separate, because I'm also going to put these mystery boxes up on my Ko-Fi shop. Because I went in and took a couple things off that have sold. I've got to go up and clear that up with what's the pictures I have up there of stuff that I've made. But I've just got so much stuff. Socks. There'll be socks there I've made. Gloves.
Wear your socks?
Not right now. Not till I get my feet back the way they should be.
Oh.
But so that's later this month. I'm gonna be having an auction. September, October, we're going to be going on a trip to Briggs and Little wool mill. Get a tour. Leah's going to give us a tour of the mill.
That would be awesome.
It's a day trip for me because it's about 2 hours. up there from where I'm at.
Oh, that's not too bad for you.
No, it's not too bad. So I thought, and I'm going to be able to video it, and I'll do a little bit more in depth with Leah. And who knows? I always like when I do something like that, I like to have a gift away, surprise gift away. So that may be very possible. Some Briggs and Little yarn. Somebody had asked me about the seconds. Okay. The seconds bin is only available at the outlet store. As far as I know, you can't order it online. In Canada, you can order from Briggs and Little.com. But in the States, it's Maritime Fiber Family. I put all the links in the description box of that video. Oh, Zara, dear, life has been busy. You moving, everything's been going on in my life. Don't even worry. Don't worry. It's fun. I've only gotten 2 or 3 of my kits done because I'll be glad when I'm done working for this shift. October. Might have the winter off with a day or 2 here and there, and teaching, of course, now that I'm fully certified. Still have to pay the bills, right? But downstairs, I'm going to be getting my basement, the finished basement finished over the winter. Oh, listen, we're one big happy family here. Like I said, I don't get monetized. I don't get to 2,000. So I'm still going to be here. When I quit enjoying what I'm doing, then I will gracefully sign off. But I enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy sharing with you guys. We all have the love of our fiber arts, but it's also a community. We're here for each other when we all have, and a lot of people have had rough times. I mean, you guys were there for me through, the most difficult, with the exception of my son, the most difficult time of my life. And it's a struggle every day still, probably will be for the rest of my life. But you guys make it a little easier, my fiber family. I have had some in real life meetings. No, I enjoy it. I'm getting ready to start teaching a crochet class on the island. Probably won't be till the beginning till fall because just things are crazy. I've got a big supply of yarn coming. Don't worry, they're reimbursing me for it from Mary Maxim. But I enjoy it. I love what I do. I think it's a craft I don't want to die. I think it's great for mental health, and mental health is very important to me. I'm even expanding my teaching certificate to include mental health and wellness course. So I'll be able to teach that at companies because they're bringing people in for mental health and wellness now, as well as the other one is opioids. So I'll be teaching
that's awful in Canada.
Yep, it is. So I'll be teaching that too. 2 things I'm very passionate about because they've affected my life. And they affect everybody. We all have our down days.
Oh, everybody has anxiety, depression.
Yep. You can't be up all the time. What is... No. Oh, is that my clip? Oh, it's my clip of my hair. Oh, this mop. This mop. Well, it's turning. It's grown. It's back down to my butt again. I've got to cut it. Going to be going swimming later today. Everybody, don't forget, 11 o'clock, Darlene and Lisa are going to be having the games. I'll be switching over to that for a while. In amongst, I guess I'll do my filming in the evening because these are my last 2 days that I'll have to be able to enjoy my swimming pool because, we're in August, so I got maybe another month I'll be able to enjoy the swimming pool, and that's it. So I'm going to try
August
to enjoy it.
August is usually the hottest month in Canada. Well, here in the Maritimes anyway.
We've had an unusually warm summer, but that's my element. I love the heat.
Oh, not me. I hate it. I get so lethargic in the summertime. Don't want to do nothing.
I go to a knit and natter group at the library each week. People join us that want to learn. Yeah, Perp, that's just it. See, I had one on the island, and then the big sea hit, and that ended, and it's never been able to be started back up. And then I was going to do it at my store, but I sold the store. So the crochet class I'm going to be doing at a lady's house. She's going to let me know how many people. And basically, I'm starting with people that don't know how to crochet at all. So we're going to start with the basics. And I told her, because she's said about making baskets. I said, well, does everybody know how to crochet? No. So we're starting from square one. Exactly. I'm going to teach them dishcloths and scrubbies. But they're going to learn how to chain. Then we're going to do singles, doubles, trebles, slip stitch, and then in the round. First thing we're going to do in the round is going to be a little face cloth. I just ordered a bunch of those 1-pound cotton bags from Mary Maxim.
Yep.
I ordered a bunch of that.
Oh, my socks are upstairs. I should maybe go get them. I have like new socks on the go. It's a 2x2 ribbing. It's the candy. Let me see if I get the front page.
I'm just finishing up these. The baby booties.
It's like the candy. I thought I'd try these. I like the two, like where you're using, and I haven't done the two-tone yet.
Contrast heel and toe.
Yeah.
So what's everybody working on? Huh?
And this is going to be the base.
That'll be pretty. That'll be pretty.
I just finished the Hermione, which they're upstairs. I can get a picture of it, though.
Yep. Darlene, a converted crocheter to knitter. Got a few people converted to knitters. Is anybody here working? Let us know what you're working on. I'm trying to finish up some of the whips that I had. I frogged a few, but little by little, I finished my Carolina poncho. It needs blocked, but I love it.
There's the Hermione's I did.
She did hers in the shorts. My Hermione's I did were full size socks. I prefer shorties. I like shorty
2 inches
socks
before the heel.
Yeah, I like the shorty socks.
Yeah.
Okay, Zara. I am waiting. Courtney is doing from Fiber Fox Studios, and she is doing a tutorial on combining regular crochet with the mosaic for a cardigan. So we've been talking about that for a couple of years. Zara, I have shoe boxes. I'm just making squares and putting them in a box, and I'm like you. I'm gonna figure out what to do with them. I'm finishing up my first skein of the granny all-in-one granny, and I actually have got it to 99% of the time. It works out perfect. I don't have to frog very often, but I had to go up to a 5 point. I don't remember 5 point. 1 second. It's in my bag.
Wow, that's a
Debbie, Canadian Crotcher, sent me a few years ago for my birthday. Yeah, I'm doing the. I'm almost done with the first skein. You get 14. You're supposed to get 14 5-inch blocks. Mine are pretty close to 5-inch. But I had to go up. I found I had to go up in hook size. They recommended a recommendation for the pattern. I think was a 5 millimeter. 5.5 an I hook. I went up to a J hook, but it's a 5.75. It's a boy hook. I happen to have an odd size, and it was perfect. 5.75. Oh, that'll look nice, Dragon Cat. Yeah, I've got to finish the Tree of Life dishcloth. I've got to finish the Tree of Life dishcloth tutorial, and then I finished that book. So I was talking with Darlene this morning. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? Because everybody seems to prefer Zara. Lindsay has a tutorial on how to knit backwards, so you don't purl at all. She has a tutorial she does knitting backwards. I'm going to work on that.
I use my thumb a lot when I do the purling because the way I hold my yarn.
Oh, that'd be different, Dragon Cat. Yeah, Lindsay's she's putting more tutorials out. She's really good at starting to get her stitching focus up on the channel. So if you're not subscribed to Lindsay, I'm trying to get her numbers up on YouTube for her. She does a lot on Instagram Reels, but she's cross-posting to YouTube. So,
and to keep up to date with her, she has a newsletter.
Yes. Yep. If you sign up for her newsletter, But let's all support Lindsay, because this is how Lindsay makes her living. And we all know her pattern's beautiful. My solar flare is coming. I cannot, thank you, Zara, thank you. I cannot take solar flare to work. They weren't too happy when they were finding little beads all over the desk.
Well, yes, and I imagine it'd be hard where it's getting so big to like get
it
on
is
the
so
floor
big
or something.
And solar flare has 121 rounds, no repeats. Every round is different. It's 121 different rounds. And I'm on round 112. So I've got like nine left to do.
How many pages is the pattern? That must be like, I would think one round would be one page.
This is how, because this and my priestess coat, and you're going to love this. Everybody's going to love this. I am frogging the entire priestess coat and starting over again in a different yarn.
What?
I am frogging the whole thing. Which should be fun since it's Lion brand. The pattern for this.
Dean heard that too.
Huh?
Dean heard that. What you said. You're frogging it.
Yeah. This pattern is with charts and everything. It's probably about 12 pages long. But I don't use charts. She has the written directions. And FYI, Lindsay prefers written directions rather than charts, but she does the charts because that's the industry standard. So, and you can see it's been a very pattern. Yeah. Right now I am on round 121. I have to go to 131.
Oh, so you got 2 rounds to go.
10 rounds.
Nice.
131. Because
did you write down the date you started it?
I have it in my notes, yeah. I mean, and this stretches out. This is all crinked up on because I have the biggest cable for my clover bamboos. That's what I'm doing it on. And did I put my no, I did not. And guess what? Son of a beep.
Hello, Lulu.
Welcome in, Cindy. How are you, dear? You think we should put some point protectors on this thing?
Oh my goodness, that would be awful if you lost that.
Yeah, I just put some stitches back on. So we'll put these on, little yarn balls. But yeah, it's coming. Blocking this out is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh my goodness, I would say.
But I can't wait for it to be done.
Table.
Yeah. Well, I have my blocking table in my bedroom. But yes, and we'll pick great. There's Gracie. There's Kiva. There's Kiva. So this and the priestess coat were two of my biggest whips, other than the two that are in timeout till winter, which is the sweater and Cable Crush joggers. But it's too hot to be working on them.
Oh yeah, you can't do big projects this time of year.
So yes, I am going to frog the priestess coat, but I'm going to make a choice. It's either going to be the priestess coat or the elf coat. One of them's going back on my Tunisian hook.
You had me do the priestess coat, so that's
but I could do the elf coat. I could do the elf coat too, but I'm using different yarn. I found the shawl and the ball. I love my shawl and the ball. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a frogging nightmare. Or I'll start over and do the priestess coat, but I'm going to use something probably from over here and doing it in a 4-weight. Doing it in a 4-weight yarn. It'll be heavy, but I think it needs to be because I did the adjustments and I just don't like the way it fits. I don't like the way it fits. Same thing with my priestess coat. It was too big. Didn't like the way it fit. So guess what? 11 months of frogging.
It's your project, so you can do whatever you want with it.
Well, like you said, a lot of people said, oh, it's not worth frogging. Yeah, you know what? If I'm not happy with a project, that means I've lost my will to finish the project, or finish it, and I've lost my will to enjoy my, my accomplishment. So I'd rather frog, even if it's a huge year-long project, I'd rather frog it and redo it and be happy and enjoy and be proud of the work I've done.
Definitely.
Than really have, knitters or crocheters, remorse. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. When in doubt, rip it out. And I don't know, like I said, like Zara, I'm just making bunches of squares. I've got all kind of squares. I've got 4 or 5 different kinds, and I'm just putting them in a basket or a tote. I have like a shoebox tote, and they're going. Oh, I guess we'll have to use this for nitpicks. That's a nitpick review. I've got to get those videos done because I have to fulfill my obligations as a nitpicks ambassador.
I'm looking at my screen, and just off the side of my iPad, I see this huge black eye looking at me. The Kraken.
What's that? Oh, the Kraken?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm working on Dean. I'm working on Dean's dragon. It's coming along right now. The dragon is looking very, very, very sad. But I've got 6 or 7 pieces to sew to the face. The eyelids, the short fins, the long fins, and the head armor.
He's not in the room, so he can't hear you. Thank goodness.
Okay, and the thing is, I'm just not doing dragon wings. I'm doing Phoenix dragon wings, which are more, and I'm doing the 2-color scales down the back, and I'm doing the fancy tail on the end. I'm not doing the hearts, though. That's not a guy thing. I'm doing the other. I didn't do the hearts.
Yeah.
But that'll be done. So it's like I can't wait till I'm fully retired. I really can't, because then I can just, I can have fun doing what it is I enjoy, which is my knitting and crocheting. Summertime being in the pool. But you're going to laugh. I have taken my knitting and crocheting, sat on the steps of the pool, and knitted and crocheted. Oh, good, Cindy. I'm glad to hear that. It's good to see it. It's good to see everybody here. And don't forget, everybody, the Podiversary. And again, it's going to be subscriber. But I don't like subscriber, but it's subscriber only mode to participate in the chat, and because that's the only way you can win prizes, other than going with the replay prizes. And I'm hard-nosed about it because I want to pay it forward for those that for the last 5 years have, whether you're an OG or you're new, that have supported this channel. Come and listen to me babble. Watched my tutorials, came to the lives, and the celebrations we had through the years. That's what, and I want them to reap the rewards for their time. That's why, because I did have people in the beginning when I was doing a lot of giveaways that weren't subscribed, and that wasn't fair to the people that really care, shared their time, took out their valuable time. Time's a commodity that don't cost us nothing, but it's in limited supply. And as you reach your golden years, you realize time's really going by fast.
When do the golden years start anyway?
Well, I'm going to be 64, but I'll tell you what, I don't feel 64. I may look it, but I don't feel 64, with the exception of occasional mornings where old Arthur rears his ugly head.
Oh, I hate those days. You know that. Well, I'll be 60 in a couple of months, so.
Yep, October.
I'm in there.
Yep. I'm ahead of you by almost 4 years. 3.5. 3.5. You're in October. 6 months later. I'm 3.5 years. 6 months later, I turn 64.
Yeah. Which is the year I was born.
Yep.
The last year for the baby boomers.
I have a sister that was born in 64 too, Paula, whom I affectionately call Pickle.
Pickle?
Yep. So what's everybody's plans for today? Here in Canada, where I live in New Brunswick, it's a holiday. It's New Brunswick Day. So it's a government holiday. There's no mail or anything like that.
Oh, here it's well, we call it natal day.
Yeah.
It's Halifax's birthday.
Oh, it's
Don't ask me
Halifax's
how
birthday.
old. Oh.
Exactly, Cindy. Exactly. And and again, for those that have stuck and have been with me from the beginning and have been through some rough times with me, this year, October's gonna be a rough month. I'm not gonna lie. October is the 10th anniversary of losing my son, and now I've lost Warren and both my fur babies, my mom, all within the last 10 years. It's just been, but
yeah, it's hard when you lose people.
I came on, I think it was a few weeks after Warren passed away because I didn't know what to do with myself. And you guys just let me blabber, blubber, whatever, and help me get through the the early days. Yep, Zara, it's 6:20 there. It is 10 to 10 here. I'm going to go till 10:30, which will be an hour and 15 minutes because Lisa's coming on, and I'm getting. Oh, thank you, Zara. And I wish I could go on this world tour. If I hit the lottery, I'm going on Hookin' and Stitchin' Island Style is going on a world tour. And I am going to go to India, UK. Well, I'm going to Australia, but back to Australia, all through the States, all through Canada. And I am going to meet in person the people that have been part of my world for over 5 years. If I win the lottery, I don't care if it costs me $500,000. I don't care. I would go on a world tour. I really would. I would just continent hop. I'd be a continent hopper. Yes. Yes, exactly. And that would be if I ever hit the lottery. Yeah. I'd go on a world tour. And make sure I timed it so I was going to where it was all warm. Although I do want to go to Iceland. And to Norway and stuff like that. I mean, Reed is in Norway. Sweden. Between Norway and Sweden. She's moving. Dragon Cat, I'll tell you eventually, yeah, because that's not far. We've talked about a knitting retreat here on the island when I retire because it's a lot of work and thing. But in the meantime, the Canadian and upper U.S. fiber family you're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, Tuber Chat, word up, buddy. Word up.
Anytime, Zara. Anytime.
Anytime, dear. And the thing is, get together. Everybody find a central location and kind of get together for the day or even spend the night and have it. But wouldn't that be awesome? East meets west, north meets south. Oh, thank you. You know what? That's one thing I've never been on is Reddit. I hear about it, but I've never. I'm working to grow the channel. Okay, I'm working to grow the channel. YouTube. Welcome in, Tammy. YouTube loves to unsubscribe me from channels. So I have to go through my subscriptions and check, and then I have to resubscribe. It's frustrating. I had somebody, Lisa from Ladybird Loves, comment. She says, I comment on our videos. I comment. She says, and she keeps finding them in the held for review. I've got a few that happens to all the time for whatever reason. So I just go in and click, oh yeah, approve all, and then they swing over. But it's crazy. It's crazy that what this I don't know. I think they just keep changing the algorithm or whatever. The when you start getting into the analytics and into the mechanics of how it works. I mean, I'm not totally tech illiterate. I'm learning every day, like programming my new robot vacuum with all the dog hair. I just had it. I had it. That's it. Dog hair, RoboVac, do your thing. And I can do it from work. I can control it right through my phone. So, and it goes back when it needs a charge. It takes itself back to the charging station and empties itself and goes to sleep until it charges. So yes, it's so good to see everybody here. It really is. Um, so we talked about the Potiversary and the prizes coming up. We talked about the auction that's going to be sometime this month on one of my days off. Again, for transparency, that money raised is going to be for the channel. It'll go into the fund for shipping and maybe buying some more hand-dyed yarn. Because let me tell you, if you guys knew what I spent on hand-dyed yarn, you would probably give me a scolding because I don't normally do that. But I wanted to get
I think I have an idea.
For the Potiversary. Okay, I had shipping costs too from the States to here. That's another big thing. But I wanted to, I think I bought a total of 12, 14, 16. I bought 16 hanks of hand-dyed yarn from 2 indie dyers that are also creators.
Wow.
Supporting small business. One I won in an auction, and then I had bought an additional 2. Support them. It was for meow and mental health. And the other one, and so these are going into Potiversary. I've gifted some. I had bought and I had gifted some. I kept a couple for myself. The rest are on there. I think I have 8 more on their way. That's what I'm waiting on. That is Fundy Sunrise. I sent her the pictures, and I wanted to celebrate the island, so that's why I had Dawn do custom dyed sunrise and sunset from Deer Island. I have to go up to the local store there because they have some Deer Island mugs now. Those are going to be some of the prizes and they're handmade here in New Brunswick. This whole Potiversary is a celebration of makers, small makers, creators. So those Deer Island coffee mugs, and they're nice big coffee mugs, are going to be part of the prizes too. Unfortunately, the Deer Island Times is no longer in existence, so I'm going to try to find some other old copies, that I can send, because a lot of times I like to stick that in so people can kind of get a look at Deer Island. And another thing I'm looking at getting, don't laugh, I'm looking at getting a drone for beginners. I thought it would be neat that to do some aerial footage of Deer Island and the surrounding other islands. I don't know if they'd let me do it off the ferry or not. No. I'd have to check on that. Is everybody? Oh, by the way, how's the audio?
Seems okay.
Okay, I had the mic turned away. I just turned it towards me.
I know some of your videos that you put out the other day, you were kind of in and out.
Well, yeah, that was my fault because it was the location of the mic, and I had the mic turned down. So I've got to bring this forward and put it back where it was at. There. And I even haven't had time to mess with Obi-Wan. The other one was Obi. This is Obi-Wan.
Kenobi.
There you go. But so I'm just looking at things that people like to see. The knitting tutorials, they want more knitting tutorials. So once I finish this last dishcloth, the Tree of Life, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do stitch tutorials, and it's just not one stitch. It'd be like, I'm going to bring up my knitting book. I got 750 knitting stitches, lace, cable, texture, ribbing, you name it, we got it. And we can progress in the difficulty. In other words, let's, expand your skill set. I have over 600 videos on the channel. 1,000 videos will be a milestone.
Well, there's 530 in your playlist.
Yep, and I don't have them all on my playlist.
Because I just looked at the numbers, so that's how I know.
Okay. Oh, okay. You cheating here, huh? But I hope everybody's having a great Monday. Welcome in, Marsha. Welcome in, Dare.
Hi, Marsha.
And I want to apologize too for the confusion on the times, because I posted this yesterday and I picked 9 a.m.
Well, that's
normally what time I do it on. Then I remembered that then I had to change it because I had my sister-in-law had company from out of town, so I moved it to today and scheduled it for 9 a.m. Well, then Darlene says, "Well, that's game day." Well, then I remember, so I thought, "Okay, I'll change mine," because Lisa usually has it in the morning. She's
Yeah,
got 2
9
hours
o'clock, my
at
time.
9 o'clock. So I thought, I'll change it to 11, which will be when they finish. So I changed it to 11. Well, then sis there, we were on the phone chatting. Okay, Cindy, thank you so much, hon. So I told Darlene, okay, I said, "Sis, listen, I'll just change mine." So I changed it back to 9:15 because I need a little bit of time to get ready. So anyways, so that way we can go from here to Lisa's and Darlene's Monday game day. You know, and it's just I will change mine because other people have, you know, they've been doing a live at certain times, certain day, forever. I haven't scheduled one. I mean, I was on a schedule that it was on my 5 days off, Sunday morning, 9 o'clock. I was gonna do my lives. But again, yes, life happens, and my sister-in-law had company come in. So, I had to, and I ran and got some stuff from mainland. Yeah, don't forget your thummies. I find that the thummies is low on the videos there, you know, whether it's up or down. I am 99% thumbs up. I'm very happy. I mean, that makes me feel. I mean, there's some thumb down, which is fine. Either way, it works. But I try to
those
give
are
content.
Karens.
At the Karens, yeah. That's why, you know, I've been trying to be more consistent in it, and everybody knows when I'm on the ferry doing the 5 days, there, other than a short ferry vlog here and there. Okay, Dragon Cat. Okay. It's just hard to do it when I'm working because even when I'm watching somebody's live, be right back, load, unload every 18 minutes, you know, and then of course my other duties that I have to perform. But I got to pay the bills. I have to pay the bills.
Unfortunately, they have to get paid.
Yeah, I'm not independently wealthy. And I don't care about being rich. I just want to be able to pay my bills and play with my yarn.
Live a good life.
I've worked since I was 12 years old. I have worked for 51 years. I had some time off for when I had my kids now, but for the most part, I've worked for 51 years. So I'm ready to retire. I'm ready to retire. Or at least semi-retire. Believe it or not, I'm supposed to be semi-retired now. But when I'm done with the ferry, well, you know, as far as full time on the ferry, I haven't been. If I can get my medical without them having to be full time, then I'm quite content just to do what I'm doing, because my teaching is my retirement. That's the big thing, because eventually what's going to happen is, although I work for St. John Ambulance, teaching under them, they schedule a class, I pick the class, and I go teach it. There is what's called a teaching partner. So I make 4 times what I make for 2 days. And let me tell you, being a teaching partner, it's very lucrative for 2 days' work. Believe me. I can teach 2 classes, which is only 2 days, and in the 2 days, I make what I make in 5 days. And that's just for 10 students. If I have 18 students, which is usually the big class, I will do a month's pay in 2 days.
Holy gosh.
So yeah. And I enjoy teaching. Like I said, I'm expanding my instructor certificate to include mental health and wellness, and also opioids, because they're two areas that I'm very passionate about, and I believe that more people need to be mentally healthy, and we need to eradicate all this opioid mess that's going on. I know we'll never totally eradicate it, but I'd like to eradicate it as much as I can, and do my part to at least educate and help people to understand. And one of the big things is, I don't know what it's called where you live, but it's called Narcan, Noxaline. What it is it is a overdose medication that literally reverses the receptors in the brain that the opioid attaches to. It gives you about 15 minutes that you can save a life. So, yeah, they're not going to be happy that you interrupted their high, but eventually help somebody, get into rehab and stuff like that. I have voiced my opinion very strongly. I do not believe in these safe injection sites that they have, because all I think is they're enabling people with drugs. They're saying, well, no, people are going to do drugs. I know that. But if you have safe injection sites and you're offering all this, clean needles and all this stuff like that, all you're doing is perpetuating.
Everything free, even the drugs are free.
Yeah, all you're doing is perpetuating. And they have legalized heroin, fentanyl. Welcome in. Welcome in, Nisi. And that's something I'm very passionate about. And people say to me, well, what about pot? And listen to me. I said marijuana, hard drugs, coffee, cigarettes, food, anything you do in excess, you can be addicted to. And anything can be used in the wrong way and can be dangerous to your health. It just doesn't have to be drugs. There's a lot. I was a workaholic, and it was affecting my health.
I used to be a binge eater.
Yeah, and I had to back off. So anything, and that's why I'm so passionate about the mental health and wellness. Okay, to be able to find your calm, your inner peace, find your center. That's why I said, when I tell you, I hope you're healthy, happy, and doing what it is that makes you happy. Life's too short. It goes by. We have a lot of sadness in our lives and in the world today. But if you can find a little peace to make you happy, make you feel balanced, and centered, then by all means do it. Not drugs. And again, I'm not trying to preach here, but I'm just giving my opinion and my beliefs. I think that's one of our biggest problems nowadays is people are self-medicating in various ways, and they're escaping reality. And look, face life head on. Face it head on and learn to deal with it. Find a way to make it work that makes you healthy and happy without hurting other people. I mean, that's my philosophy. I live by the positive in, positive out, negative in, negative out mantra. It's one of my other mantras. I remove myself. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Susanna. No worries, mate. No worries. Susanna and I are hopefully going to meet in real life when I head to Australia at the end of the year.
Oh,
I'm going to be right in her neck of the woods. Yeah. Yep. Susanna, my passport will be here in 2 to 6 weeks, and then I'm in the meantime I'm going to book my tickets, so I'll keep you posted. But I surround myself with positive people, positive vibes. The negative, I walk away. I stay away. I keep it away, because to me that's unhealthy. It brings the whole well-being, mental, physical, my soul, everything, my emotional health, off the rails. It derails it. So I live by that, and some of it is even family. I have had to remove myself from afar, my family, because of the negativity. It's destructive. It's destructive. And I'm at a point in my life, I'm in what they call the later years of my life, which is supposed to be like, your golden years. Not quite golden. I might be in the silver. But I want to enjoy this part of my life. I want to leave this world with no regrets, hoping I left a positive and good mark on the world. And what I leave behind, I want people to remember me for being a good person and trying to do the right thing. That's all I want. I mean, not everybody's going to think of that. Somebody going to think, oh, that OB is gone. Good riddance. You can't, not everybody's going to like you, just like you don't like everybody. That's just
life. You can't please everybody all the time.
But that's what makes the world go around. Differences. We're able to, whether it is in the two subjects I do not discuss on here, simply because I want this to be a safe space and everybody free just to enjoy themselves, which is politics and religion. Do not discuss it on the channel, and I don't do drama. Zero drama. Any drama comes here, you're out the door. Don't want to deal with that. This channel when I started it, as with the Facebook group, they are safe spaces. They are places that we discuss fiber arts, stuff like that, where we live, custom, exactly, Nisi. Exactly, my dear. I believe in, through my entire life, quality over quantity. Exactly. So I don't do it. In the Yaya, the private Facebook group, that's a place if the people that come there, it's to connect for emotional support if you need it. Okay. Some of what we talk over there doesn't come here because that's a private group. This is public, unless we're doing a members only live or stream. But that's my purpose when I started this. Exactly, Nisi. You have to.
Yeah.
Look, it's not all about numbers. Like I said, I've had people ask me, "Jesus, man, you've been on 5 years, you're not monetized yet?" No, I'm not. It's not why I started this, and it's not why I'm going to keep on doing it. If I do get even to the first level of monetization, that little bit is to help with the channel. That's what it's for, not me. I make a living.
It's not the quantity, it's the quality.
Exactly. I try to put up, I may not put a video up. The 5 days I'm working, I may not put up a video, period. Because I'm working for one, but I want it to be quality, not quantity. That's why I don't vlog every day in August. That I'll do it. I want to have something to show you. When I do my lives, that's the time where I connect with you live and we can chat and talk. Marsha, that's what I want this for. That's what I want it for, dear. I do not judge people. To each his own. That's it. Okay? Whatever we do in this life, whatever we say, whatever we think, whatever we do, there comes a time when you have to be accountable. Yeah. That's what I figure. Everybody has to be accountable in their time. So that's all I'm saying on it.
If you treat me with respect, I'll treat you with respect.
I treat people the way I want to be treated, whether I was nursing, trucking, teaching, I had my store, whatever, just in everyday life. Okay. They're well, guys, I'm glad. That makes me, we all know that I tear up at it, but that makes me happy. Then that's it. That's why I do this. Somebody even told me, they said, "Oh, I listen to your videos." I think it was Perp when she goes to sleep. I don't know how you find my voice calming because, let's face it, girl, ladies and gentlemen, I can babble. I can babble on and on and on and on.
Well, we've had some pretty long conversations.
Yes. And I can squirrel. Good Lord, I can squirrel. This morning I was trying to think of a dog breed that my son has. Honest to God, my brain just went blank. I'm like, it was beyond a gray moment. Oh, something's tickling me down there. But yeah, no, I love my fiber family. I cannot call people subscribers. That's why it's fiber family.
Yeah.
Because it is. It is a fiber. It is a family. It is a community. And
we are any brothers and sisters.
Exactly. Exactly. And it makes me happy to hear that people are happy and they feel safe and they feel relaxed here at my channel. Thank you, Susanna. I appreciate that. Nisi, it's called the Yarny Yayas. Staffs to join and Darlie and I will prove you. It's the Yarny Yayas. On the Yarny Yayas, we post our makes. We've had some hashtags going on, which we have ongoing hashtags. People connect over there. I had a few lives over there, but Facebook has made having a live almost impossible.
Facebook is changing. It's giving me things that I don't want to see.
Yeah.
And you can't get rid of it.
Hold on a second here. I will be I'll get the I'll get the link. Oh, there we go.
I don't know. I need to learn how to do that stuff. Post links and that. I'm very illiterate when it comes to doing stuff on YouTube.
Nisi, here is the link. No, that's not the link. Is that my Facebook link? No, I forgot to copy it. Ah, shoot. Hold on.
Well, that's to come into StreamYard if they want.
Copy link. Here it is. I just put the StreamYard link up again. This is link for Facebook and the name of the group. Is the Yarny Yayas. And the reason I made it a private group, and I've actually had a couple people try to join, and then I always go and look at their profile.
Let's see, Zara is always on the ball.
Yes, thank you, Zara. I've had a couple people try to join the group, and then I go and look at their profile. Not one video or anything to do with fiber arts. Zero. Then do a little bit. Then you look a little further, and it's people that are trying to either sell things. You're welcome, dear. Sell things. They want to hit your, like spam your group. That's why I kept it private. Now to join, it's not hard. Just, Darlene and I, Darlene helps me with admin work. Will approve you. But before I approve, I always go. Now, there's some I automatically recognize the name because I've seen him in chats. I've seen him in other people's lives. Yeah. But something that doesn't look, I go check out. The same as I've had to do it on the channel. I've had to block half a dozen because they're either bots or they're not nice people. But now that I have moderators, that was in the early time. But now that I have moderators, my moderators are wonderful. My moderators are wonderful.
Zara is the best.
Zara, Zoila, there's a couple other ones. All the Z's. How about that? Zara and Zoila. Those are two moderators lives I go to that are number one, right on top of everything. And it's awesome. I hear my dog. Hold on a second.
I got a 6 minute. Oh no, there's part of your. How am I?
I have a little time. I have a little. I'm just gonna stop my camera for a minute. I have a little time. We have a little time before Lisa starts.
I had somebody else's video pop on your playlist.
Oh, really?
Dude. Yes. I thought it was a 6 minute commercial, but
okay, Nisi. Oh, because I still use Facebook. I use my Yayas, and I'm trying to like today. I'll go and I'll put a post on Yayas. I've been thinking about something we could do on the Yayas, and trying to handle. I just do Facebook and YouTube for the channel. Instagram, it does say hooking and stitching island style. I just changed that over earlier this year, but I really don't do a lot on there. I have a cross post maybe that goes from there to Facebook. But I mainly do Facebook. I look to my grandchildren, my family. That's how I keep up on things. Plus, the fairy puts its updates and stuff there. No, I didn't. I'm waiting for Courtney to put out those tutorials she's working on now. And she also inverted the pattern that I wanted to my butterfly alley, butterfly lane. She reversed them so I could use those for my sweater. I picked out the yarn. I showed her the yarn I want to use, and she's doing the tutorial now. But she was having a few issues. They were having a big storm come in, and the internet. That's why they her and Heather canceled their late night live. If you are up at 11, 12 o'clock midnight East Coast time, whether you're in the other side of the world, that Heather and Courtney have been doing late night lives, and let me tell you. There is no organization. It is chaos. those two. But if you can't sleep, they're great to watch. I watch the replays because, let's face it, I gotta get up at 4:30 in the morning to go to work.
Well, if
so
you said East Coast time, like we're on Atlantic, so that's another hour add to that.
It's like 1 o'clock in the morning for us.
Yeah.
That's 1 o'clock in the morning for us. But no, Marsha, I've picked out my yarn. It is a deep royal purple, and I think it's a dream color or shawl on the ball. Hold on, let me see.
Can you show it to us?
Yes. Yep, it is shawl on the ball.
Yeah, there's Courtney's channel.
It is shawl on the ball. These are the colors I'm going to be using in my mosaic sweater.
Well, it looks like it's almost black, the purple.
It's royal purple. I'll hold it in light.
That's gorgeous.
So that's what I'm going to do mine in.
Oh, that'd be so pretty.
So yeah, I picked my colors out already. I know what chart, but I'm looking to use another chart with mine because I want to put a mosaic on. I can't do anything just simple. I want to put mosaic around bands around the cuff and the bottom of the sweater. I can't do it.
Wow.
I can't do anything simple. Hey, without pushing yourself, you can't expand. You know, failure leads to success. Okay. Yeah, there's a few mosaic, and I see more and more channels doing Tunisian crochet, doing Tunisian tutorials, doing mosaic tutorials. Here's the thing. I have certain channels that I have watched for over 5 years. Well, 6 years. When I discovered YouTube only in 2018. Before that, I didn't even know YouTube existed. 2018 is when I discovered YouTube. And I started watching tutorials. Tunisian, there are 2 people that I watched for Tunisian. First one was I used to watch Tony from TL Yarn Crafts, but Michael from MDL Crochet. Michael is my go-to for Tunisian now. Okay? His voice is very calming, very soothing. His teaching is very thorough. And my knitting, I have various channels I go to for knitting. Very Pink Knits, Simply in Stitches. There's a bunch that I watch. My regular crochet, there's a handful of channels that I watch. But it seems like everybody is, so when I find somebody that I can learn from, I like the way they teach. They are very thorough in when they're teaching you, which is like I try when I do a tutorial for you guys, I try to pretend you're sitting here right next to me and explain it. That includes mistakes. Let's fix this mistake. How do we fix this mistake? Unless it's a really big flub up, like I did with this dishcloth that I bet you half a dozen times or better I started that tutorial. I get through and I'm doing, and then I discovered, because normally when I do these dishcloth tutorials, I would do 1 or 2 repeats. Okay. But this particular dishcloth doesn't start at round 1 or row 1. It starts at round 3 for the repeat. So I've got to redo the whole thing and start from. The only thing I have done is I did the 7 rows of knitting, which is garter stitch. Excuse me. And then I will show the 10 rows of the pattern, and then put the instructions at the end. Repeat this till you reach this far here. Then do 7 rows of knitting, cast off, sew in your ends. You're done. Okay, thank you, Zara. Thank you, Zara. Yeah, I'm gonna be here for a little bit more, but then I got to go. Lisa's live will be coming up.
Yes, I go get myself all party.
Yeah, get yourself all partied up. What you see is what you get. This hot mess. This is a hot mess, and you know what?
I'll look the same.
I am what I am. I don't wear makeup. I don't dye my hair. 3 years I quit dyeing my hair. 3 years ago I quit dyeing my hair. I just keep cutting off because this is my natural color still. I'm still getting a little bit of brown in mine, but I keep cutting, and little by little it's getting there. I wash it, condition it. That's it.
Yeah.
Marcia, she is. I mean, if you're having a bad day and you want to hear somebody with an infectious giggle, go watch
Oh my
Courtney.
gosh, it's a Phyllis Diller laugh.
Oh, she is just so infectious. She really,
Yes,
really
I
is.
love her.
And she's so thorough with her tutorials. I mean, this girl, when she did the Farahon, that was months of work and hours and hours and hours of the tutorials. And I'll tell you what, it didn't get enough views because people, she was doing a thing where she was saying, "You don't have to buy the pattern. I'm going to take you the whole way through." And that's why you'll hear me encourage. Look, if you enjoy their tutorials, go buy their pattern. That's how they make their living. They're not expensive. And having the pattern to follow along within the tutorial is helpful. But it supports, it supports them. I mean, because a lot of them, I've seen a few. A lot of them are getting frustrated because people are literally actually telling other people, "Don't buy the pattern. Just go watch a tutorial. You don't have to spend no money." And that's not right. That's not right.
No, well, you won't learn that way either if you buy the pattern, and if you read the pattern and watch along at the same time, then you're learning how to read patterns.
Yep.
And then you won't need the tutorial.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, when I was doing the Carolina pawn show, mind you, I bought pattern. No, I won the pattern. Oh, thank you, Susanna. Thank you. Yes, please do, because Courtney's almost at 50,000 subscribers. I would love to see her get to 100,000. I really would. I really would. The same with Lindsay, for my knitters. And Lindsay has a very calming voice also. And, her designs are phenomenal. I mean, she is just a beautiful soul. She really is. She is a beautiful soul.
And if you
Very
need help
humble.
with any of her stuff, she will easily
She
get
is,
back to you.
yeah, a lot of designers will give you Lindsay goes above and beyond. That
Totally.
woman will do a Zoom with you or a video chat, and she will literally sit there and until you feel comfortable doing that stitch.
Yeah, she turned me on to a lady who started doing a course on helping you size a pattern to yourself. Like you bought somebody's pattern, but you don't really fit into that pattern. So I'm going to learn how to fit myself into a pattern that I want to do.
Exactly. Nisi, that's a nice thing, Nisi. When Nisi watches Bod's, it says, Nisi says, "When I do Bod's tutorials, I do a thanks donation on that video for what the pattern will cost." Thank you. And that's the thing. It helps support them. And then you get into the smaller, like Courtney's a smaller channel. I bought a couple of Krista's patterns. The poinsettia Christmas tree that I did. I bought.
Okay,
I need to do an. Okay, Perp. All right, dear. All right, yes, I'm going to be going in a little bit because I don't want to step on Lisa's and Darlene's toes. But, it's just a way that we can support each other. My one and only pattern that I released is free. I did that in 2019. 2020. It's free. 3 other patterns have been sitting in the pattern book, just on the back burner. It's a process. If I get them released, I get them released. Island Hugs. Darlene has the prototype, the only one in existence.
Yep. Sitting over there.
And I did find my notes, so we have to go back and I will write the pattern. I've got to actually put a tutorial with it because I was supposed to put a tutorial for Proud as a Peacock, never got it up there.
Well, yeah, Marsha, that would be a lot easier for you, Marsha.
But for Marsha, yes, Marsha, that is good for you. That's why when I'm doing a tutorial, I literally want to talk as if I'm sitting there with you and we're having a cup of tea or coffee. Well, welcome back, Zara. And I think it's amazing
Marsha can
I do too. It's amazing. I am quite in awe of her being able to do that. I think it's phenomenal. But no, and then that's what it's all about. some people don't watch Crystal. I watch Crystal because I enjoy it. Like, she did one on vintage yarn. And it was so neat to step back in time. I'm thinking, I recognize that sticker. It shows my age. I remember a sticker. 99 cents for a skein of yarn. I remember those days, you know, back when. But, you know, and a lot of times I'll throw one of her lives on in the background, or I'll throw Krista's live on in the background, or I try to spread it around. There's just so many channels. There's only so many hours. You know, I mean, I'll have both channels, both my YouTube channels, running. And if you have a Gmail address, you automatically have a YouTube channel. I probably have like 6. When I go to subscribe to people, you try to hit all of them so it boosts their subscriber.
I never thought of that. I have a Gmail.
Yeah, I go right in my Gmail account, and you have an account, and I go in and I support people that way by my other channel. So I'll have Mrs. Calder 1205 running on the computer, and then Barb will have Hooking and Stitching running on her phone. Help with my hours. But I keep reminding everybody, make sure you clear your watch history or it doesn't count. My watch list is very long. Literally, my watch list, I had it running in here 3 days. 24. It was running 3 days, and it was still going through the videos. Because some of them are lives. When we used to have 3-4 hour lives. You know.
This one I got on right now is a 2-hour.
Yeah. Yes, Marsha. She has some. Her granny squares are really. She's got some really unique granny squares, and she did that flower garden last year, a year-long crochet along. But she puts the tutorials out as well as the pattern. Krista's patterns are written in what we call conversational style. Jeannie from On the Hook Crochet does it conversational style. I find those easier for me to follow, but again, I follow Lindsay's patterns. The patterns I read, I can usually follow the patterns. When I do Courtney's, I follow the written rather than the chart. But I do have some that are charts only, and I can follow the charts, but I'm like snail slow when I'm using a chart. The Cat's Meow blanket that I'm doing and frogged and am redoing for a Christmas gift is all charts. I'm talking slow. Like slow. I don't know. Again, it's like slow motion. But I just take my time. You know, I'm not about the all right, Nisi. Thank you, dear. Have a wonderful day.
Yes, have a wonderful day.
I'm all about the process. I really enjoy the calming process, focusing, and then in the end, my finished project. I was just showing Barb's girlfriend there my some of the stuff I'd done. I tried my Carolina poncho on for her. She didn't realize it was crocheted. And then I showed her a picture of one of the things I'm proud of, and that was that fisherman's cardigan I did for the commission last Christmas.
Cardigan.
Yes, and I'm thinking of doing that, but in a pullover in the yarn I got from Briggs and Little from the second spin, the natural. But it's a sport weight, so I have to adjust. I might have to hold 2 together. I might have to go up and get some more. Just saying. Actually, I have stuff I can hold it with if I have to. I've got to put some cream. My hands are so dry. My hands are so dry. Well, working with the cotton on the tutorial.
Oh, yeah.
Tears my hands up. Tears my hands up. But yeah, my craft room, I mean, it yeah. My goal.
Don't be saying it's a mess because you saw what mine looked like earlier.
Well, I want to be able to remove this cubicle and empty the yarn from it. Whether I sell it, rearrange, because take yarn from this one over here. I've got all the totes in my closet in my bedroom to go through to make up the mystery boxes. Now, the mystery boxes I got are 12 by 12 by 12. I think they're 12 by 12 by 12. I try to get a size that I could put some yarn in, and I can pack a box.
Oh, keep it under 2. You can
keep it under 2 kilograms. Now in Canada, I can use our flat rate box. I can put up to 11 pounds in a box. So the Canadians could get a bigger, a bigger box to buy. Oh, come on! I got cream on my hands, so my phone doesn't want to work. No. Go. Okay, I got boxes from Amazon. I think I got 2 sizes. I'll tell you in a second here. Orders. Yes, I got 2 sizes. I've got they'll be here on Wednesday. I got a 12-inch by 9-inch by 4 inches tall. I got those boxes.
Okay.
And then the other size box I got is these are 18-inch by 12-inch by 6 inches. And that's the size of that box. So there'll be a small box and a large box. And I'm gonna put it. Whether I put them for sale, some will be in the auction, but they'll be. And I have to mark them. Like if this one contains wool, I'll put a W on it so I know. So if somebody's gonna bid on it, I'll say there's wool in this box here, but I have this box that's all acrylic. So a person that would have I want the person to be able to use all the yarn that's in the box. And I've had to shop my stash sale. Yes, there's more coming. But everybody knows the kind of yarn I have. I'm actually using my bougie yarn now. I'm starting to use my bougie yarn. Yeah. I've got a lot of yarn. It's overwhelming. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm 63, almost 64. How many years and how much can I use? And how long is it going to take me to use this up? Oh, squirrel moment. There's a sale. Okay. That little bit that I bought.
Rescuing it.
Yes, I'm rescuing the little bit of yarn I bought at Briggs & Little. I bought some that I gifted to Kathy. That natural, I want to try it. The Regal. Now, I prefer the Regal over the Heritage because okay, Tammy, have a beautiful day, dear. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day too. Don't forget Lisa's games. We're actually going to get off here in about 10 minutes. That'll be a quarter till. That gives Darlene time to get her face, get all ready, get together. I like the Regal over the Heritage. I like both, but the Regal is spun a little looser than the Heritage. The Heritage is a tighter spin, it's a tighter twist on the yarn. Heritage is their #1 seller. The Tuffy has nylon in it. That's what I use for socks. It's a #4 weight, and that makes good wool work socks.
So would the Tuffy be kind of like this yarn? The Payton?
No. Tuffy's #4.
Oh, okay, so it's thicker.
Yeah, Tuffy is a 2-ply, but it is it's a #4 yarn, and it's an 80-20 blend, whereas Heritage, Regal, Durasport, and all those are 100% wool. The difference is the how rustic it is,
Yeah, but this is 75-25.
Yeah, no, the Heritage is what Heritage is what I made my Funny Bay shawl out of. You made yours out of Regal.
Yeah, I did that, and I think I did Dean's mittens in the Heritage.
Yeah, and the Heritage, now the Tuffy, like I said, has nylon in it, so you got a little bit of stretch to it and strength. Nylon strengthens the heels, and if you're going to use Heritage, I would, I have looked and have found that I can get nylon, and I can hold that with the yarn that I'm using, the Heritage, when I do the heels, because that's one of the first places, or you can use it for the entire sock.
Yeah, the heels and the ball of the foot.
Yeah, is where, so you could use it from the heel flap and gusset to the toe, and it gives you strength. That's what the nylon does. It gives you strength. And for a lot of decades, Briggs & Little was all they had to use on the island. They didn't have Michaels and all that. They didn't have that. So Briggs & Little was the go-to yarn, back in the day. And of course, like everything else, the price has gone up. When I first started buying Briggs & Little at the Canadian Dollar Store, which was close to me, it was $3.50 a hank. Now at the Canadian Dollar Store, I think it's $5, $5.50 a hank. At the mill, at the outlet store up in at Briggs & Little, the second spin is $4.50 a hank, and the other ones are $6.75, with the exception when you get up into the hand dyed that she does, like the custom colors. I think they're a little bit more. And the Doris Sport, I think, is a little bit more. But still, you know, I tried it. It's Canadian made. And Leah is just a doll. You know, she's just a sweetheart. So we'll go on a tour of the. We'll actually get to go to a tour of the factory when the machines fire back up in September. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward, and I'm gonna be taking my camcorder, not my phone. I'll be recording on the camcorder, so we get. I hate that on my phone. I hate that vertical.
Lines.
I hate that vertical. Yeah.
Well, you have to do it sideways in order to do it.
I did it sideways. It still came vertical.
Oh.
But you know, so I'm looking forward to that. It'll be neat to see the process. Again, we're not going to give any thank yous. Are yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I'm really excited about it.
Yes.
If I have to, when I go to Australia, it would be awesome if I'm going to Toronto. If I'm flying out of Toronto rather than Fredericton, and I decide I want to drive, leave a week early, drive out, make a few stops. Mary Maxim, Finright. Unfortunately, Aberdeen's doesn't have the brick and mortar anymore, but they still are online for Tangled Poets and the Mystery Bags. So please go support Aberdeen Wolves. Heather is still continuing with the business. I mean, Heather is very sick, but please try to support them. Everybody's seen all of us unbag our mystery bags, or when we bought from Aberdeen's, and their wools are beautiful, reasonable shipping price, and I mean, beautiful yarns. You know, I know I forget shout outs to, you know, mention certain places to try and support, but I try to support the smaller businesses. I really do. You know, Lindsay at Neat Eco Chic, Knititude, Chantel, she's another designer, and her patterns are mainly geared to beginner, advanced beginner, a lot of garments. She has funny posts on Instagram. She does some really comical posts on Instagram. Like, she's a designer, right? She showed one. She says, trying to psych myself up to do the grading, which means the sizing. And she's like, okay. She's from the computer. And she's just getting, and then she just shuts the computer and goes. You know, Mary Maxim, they have in States and in Canada. Spinright had their 10 sales aren't like they used to be. I just got the newest 10 sale, and it's they're not doing it online. You can only do it in person. That's out in Ontario.
Yeah, that sucks.
The Little Red Mitten, I've never been there, but it's like the Cricket Cove here. It's a small local yarn shop.
Oh, that's a wonderful yarn shop.
Yeah, Cricket Cove. Yes, it is.
That's
I have to go back there.
Money there.
Yep. What? Because I know they sell the collage needles there, so I can go there and get my needles. And that's where I bought all my 9-inch. I think all but 2 pair of my 9-inch circulars, my Tiagos, and they were.
I am going to convert you. I am going to convert you 2 at a time.
No, I'll always still do my 9-inch. I just do various. I might have 3. I'll just have 3 or 4 pair of socks going at one time. Some on DPN, some 9-inch, some on Hayas, some on Addy, some on 2 at a time. Magic Loop. Just a bunch of different ways.
I just like doing 2 at a time because I might have one of those things that you'll do one sock and you can't do the other one.
I always manage to do my other sock.
The same length. The same length.
Well, you know, one of the problems is too, sometimes when you're knitting a sock just because you don't want to think. It's just stockinette if it's a non-pattern sock, like a vanilla sock pattern. But if you're doing 2 at a time, you have to think. Sometimes I don't want to think.
See, I need that.
Sometimes I don't want to think. Sometimes I just want something like one of the channels I watch, Wildflower Wool, Louise. She's up in Ontario. And she has a shawl that she does her go-to shawl. It's just garter stitch, and it's just increasing on one end. And it's just the garter shawl becomes asymmetrical. And she does that. That's her go-to because she doesn't have to think. It's all knit, you know? And it's all garter stitch, and it makes, you know, but it's mindless.
You really have to think too much when you do 2 at a time.
I don't want to think at all. You have to think when you're doing it. When you're turning, you have to think. Or you'll do what I did and get mine all twisted up and got ticked off and ripped it out.
Hey, I got you on amigurumi, so.
Yeah, I know. I enjoy my amigurumi. I didn't like blankets. I like doing blankets. You know, things that I said. I had to remind myself, never say never.
Definitely.
You know, I always was used to, I had never used really anything other than worsted, occasionally DK yarn. I love thin yarn all the way down to thread. You know, guys know I crochet with the thread.
I've not done the thread yet, but
go to Just Vintage Crochet, and her tutorials are very good. She's very easy to listen to, and for a couple bucks you can have the pattern.
Have you ever seen the one? I don't know if they have a channel or not. They do miniatures. They make these little. They use the thread. They knit. Yeah. Clothing for these little miniature frogs that they have.
Yeah, I saw that.
Little stories. They're so cute.
I couldn't do that. I can't see to do it.
You'd have to have those magnifying glasses in order to see your stitches for sure.
I think they'd give me a headache. I might want. Well, everybody, it is 10. It's a quarter to 11 my time. Lisa is coming on at 11. So I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank you so much. I hope you guys will be coming on the 19th. I'm going to post the times today for the 2-session live. We are going to do 2 2-hour sessions. One right around this time and another one later in the day, so people from opposite time zones can come, and there will be the same amount of prizes for the first one as the second one, as well as the replay, and everybody can do the replay. The prize, it will be a subscriber only chat. So if you're not subscribed, go subscribe. Make sure you're public so I can check. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Thank you so much. And come and join us. I'm going to have some mystery boxes of yarn. We're going to do an auction sometime this month. I have blankets, and I'll do a video where I'll show my blankets. I've got 1, 2, 3. I think I've got 4 blankets I've done. And a pillow. And Falcor. You guys have all seen Falcor. So, I mean, I'm going to start the bidding at the minimum price I would like for it, just to recover my cost. Zara, it is going to be scheduled tomorrow for both sessions will be put up. I'm going to go into StreamYard like I did the lives other than today. Like I finished this live, the next 5 days off, the Sunday morning live will be scheduled. The Podiversary is actually going to be on the day of the Podiversary, the 19th. It's a Monday. We all know I'm off every Monday and Tuesday. So we are going to, and I'll have Tuesday to recoup.
Yeah.
And because I'll be going back on my I don't know if that's on my 5 days or not. Because then the shipping comes. I try to get my stuff shipped out within a week, but when I do the big giveaways like that, I take it over 2 weeks. 1 week I ship so many, the next week I ship so many. Because of the cost. And I have to say, the spinny wheelie thingy doodle has helped, and the donations everybody did has helped. Thank you. It helps on the shipping. I've had some very generous donors that helped out with shipping. But still, it's a big expense to me. So I try to, and shipping supplies. I've never paid for boxes, but I did this time I wanted nice boxes for the mystery boxes. So remember, if you're watching the replay. Yes, Sarah, thank you. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. As I always say, I hope you're staying safe, you're healthy, you're happy. Doing what it is that makes you happy. And remember, hug, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on. Make the world a better place each and every day. Be the light in somebody's dark day. I'll see you in the next video. Here's bye for now from Deer Island.
Bye-bye.
And from Beaverbank, Nova Scotia. I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.